Okay, this is a continuation of the feeling of something coming, which I will put out there. I know that there have been many predictions over many years of things to come and things to pass and big events, and sometimes these events that people do feel will happen, but not in the way we ever expect it to. It can show up in many different ways. But something just feels different about this. And before I was fully aware of this Comet 3I Atlas, there was a moment when it was first becoming known, but I had not yet fully connected to it, or really connected to it, because of I had stepped away from some things, some channelings, energies, as I moved through some difficult times in my life. But there was this moment as I was in the shower connected to the water that I felt this very deep oceanic consciousness, ancient, wise, as if it had just opened its eyes. Very, very, very deep. And it was so powerful. It was so strong, so just no words for it. I just knew and felt and knew it was in the deep, whale-like. I just continued to think, what is this? What is this? What is this? What am I feeling? What am I connecting to? And then, within a matter of days, I came across a woman who mentioned telepathically connecting to 3I Atlas and feeling that it was a well consciousness, that she felt it was wise and ancient and old, unlike a well, and like a well. Maybe a sort of space well, or a consciousness very similar to a well. And immediately I was like, oh my goodness, is that what I connected to? Was it 3I Atlas I was feeling somewhere in the deep, in the dark, whale-like, oceanic-like awakening? So I felt into that for a bit, but I still was not for sure if it was the comet itself. But of course, like all of us, I have been following this comet, but with a level of discernment, because I know since it has been making such a big stir, there are some misguided truths, half-truths, misdirections out there. So I've been staying in a neutral position. And then something new emerged in my field. After that experience, the bugosphere. I was like, what is this? I'm just now hearing of this because I had taken some time away from a lot of social media, not engaging as much in the news, tending to my own personal transmutations and transitions and all that I've been going through. And so I was not following any mainstream anything. Not much anyways. Only those that would float into my field. The bugosphere. It came into my awareness. In fact, shortly after I reactivated my Facebook account again, and I was like, what is this? What is this thing? I immediately felt a telepathic connection, so powerful. It began speaking to me through telepathic communication. The symbols, very familiar, very similar to many symbols I had channeled and written and known within myself when I was an active translator of the energies that would come through me and ask to be drawn. Felt to be drawn, the energies moving through my heart and down into my hand, my intuitive drawings as I connected to the field around me, often being activated by the sun or given to me through the sun. And so it was as if I recognized it. I knew it. And then I looked at the date and the videos of it floating in, and immediately I realized it came in just 2 or 3 months before this comet was discovered, or at least publicly disclosed. And I knew immediately it was either sent ahead, as it was as if it was telling me this, that it was sent ahead of this comet, not only because we as a species were becoming ready for the new energies coming to our earth, but it also served as an anchor to bring in the energies that were coming from this comet, this technology, this whatever 3i Atlas is. It was bringing as it moved its energy towards us, as it came closer towards us, that the bugosphere was a central point of drawing those energies into the earth and into the grid, connecting us to the technology contained from 3i Atlas. And also because humanity has finally reached a point to where it is ready for the next step, the next knowing of knowledge. And whether it came from space or was awakened, because I did watch that documentary from Stephen Greer, which made me see that it could have potentially been awakened by 3i Atlas, because it was time for us to have this technology revealed to us, this knowledge. That it was just time for humanity to begin to understand more of our star lineage, our star connections, of where we come from, who we are, and the energies that we are and are connected to. How deeply connected we are to the field, to the silver lines, or as those of ancient times would call the way of word. All connected to everything through this beautiful silver web. And something about this sphere was activating, infusing, connecting, bringing in a new form of technology or connection from the 3i Atlas. It was sort of like a something just sent ahead, saying, hey, it's coming. The time is drawing near, you guys. And so, and even as I speak of it now, I feel the connection between the bugosphere and the 3i Atlas. But then, of course, more comets began to appear. At one time, 4, around the time of October, all coming from different directions. And I could literally feel the rippling effect happening as they were moving towards us. Not to hit us, of course, but it was sort of like pushing the energy of the solar energy, the galactic winds, the galactic energy, a rippling effect that was rippling all throughout Earth and all throughout the solar system and beyond, all throughout the galaxy. Awakening, shaking, moving, further awakening, further connecting, further activating these silver lines, ancient languages, the ancient knowledge forgotten from long, long, long ago that goes beyond or even lived next to Atlantis and Lemuria, other civilizations. that are deep within the blood of so many of us. Awakening those memories and loosening things within not only our own vessels and blueprints, but also the Earth's. Hence why she is waking up, moving, shifting, cracking open the continents. Something deep within the ocean awakening, growing, hungry yet resting. But his time is near. Near ports, naval ports, Japanese, Africa, Northern California, the Northwest. Movement deep, deep, deep within the earth, deep within the sand below the oceans, within the oceans. Maybe that is one of the many points of the convergence of comets, making their way back around to awaken this ancient energy so deep within the earth that it would take an energetic rippling of this sort of magnitude to say, it is time. It is time. It is time. They are ready. And of course, more information has come forth that has only deepened this knowing that I have been feeling that these comets, even if not spaceships, they contain technology. There's something technological about them. Something technological. And they claim that they have traveled from far, like hundreds of millions and billions of light years away, which is true, but there was a moment where they were able to move when the time was right, when the humans were ready. And a series of explosions happened. The gamma ray explosions, the gamma ray burst that were perfectly timed. So beautiful. It had to have happened because that was what helped move these celestial bodies through whatever traveling apparatus, wormhole, portal that was used from this intelligence, from this coherence that sent all of this in our direction at this time, all at once, all aligned. From the constellation of Sagittarius, which is near the galactic core. It also lined up with the constellation of the eagle and the serpent. which to me personally is very significant, for White Eagle is a guide that had come to me in Sedona before I had met the 13 grandmothers, the indigenous tribes, and the knowledge of my blood was awakened within the presence of these women, their mission and their energy, the knowing deep within my DNA, within my genetics. White Eagle came to me the day before I met these women. I was immersed within the tribal, indigenous energies, the circles, the fires, the community, the gathering, the energy, the awakening of deep ancestral knowledge. It was beautiful. And then of course, the serpent this year coming to an end, us moving through the year, the snake shedding the skin, the 9-year completing a cycle, which is so true for so many of us. The ending of old cycles that no longer serve, because we are about to step into something incredible. And in this moment, in this last shedding of the skin, it is so chaotic and it is so intense, feeling brutal and challenging, but necessary. And that's okay, because it just means it's truly coming to an end. We will step into the 1 year, the year of the one, the year of the fire horse, new, blazing, motivated, ready to set that foundation that we have all worked so hard to create. And that could be very well the creation of the new world that is about to make itself known from whatever is awakening from deep within the deepest parts of the ocean, the deepest parts of the sand, the deepest parts of the cracks of the earth and the continents and the splitting, the eruptions of the volcanoes, the unlocking of the keys, the rippling of the galactic winds, galactic energies, the solar flares, the solar energies, for the sun is too helping with the dissolution, the dissolving of that which has kept so much asleep for so long. The strong aurora storms and the constant strong solar flares, for she is too a sentient being. She is a portal where which many live and are helping to assist in this awakening of the deep, this awakening of this deep, deep knowledge, deep within our blood, within our land, within our hearts, within our souls, within our knowings, even from within the stars, all converging together. December 19th. I'll bring some interesting things. The winter solstice or summer solstice in the southern hemisphere. In the early parts of January, major shifts occurring, new ways being born, the final peeling off of the last of the shedding of that skin. Help is coming from all sources, from the micro to the macro. The gamma ray burst coinciding with the arrival of 3-Eye Atlas, which honestly, that is a portal jump, a wormhole emergence. Because in order to have something move, something that massive to move so quickly into place at just the right time, you need a massive source of energy. And what better source of energy than an 8-hour-long gamma ray burst, one of what he said the second longest one, and it being so coordinated. The blips coordinated as if it was pulsating, pulsating, pulsating. Beautiful. A bigger consciousness is at play, for we are ready. The dreams for many becoming more real, more vivid, showing us what needs to be cleared, showing us how to activate and open and what gifts we possess, and even experiencing these gifts in waking life or the denser form of this life, which is only lightning. All of this orchestrated by the coherence of the universe, all working together, all that is, all coming together. It is all God. Connect with the sun through the Mobius, through the figure 8. Connect it to your heart and feel her energy. She has much to tell us. I will connect you to whoever it is you are meant to connect to. For further knowledge, should you ask, all you have to do is ask, and it shall be given. It's incredible. A light in the fog. A light at the end of the tunnel. It feels like once this chaos, though intense and may intensify, potentially, I can't say for sure, but this is just what I'm receiving, potentially may intensify, but it will be short-lived. An ease, or more of an ease, more of a lightness, more of a love, more of a togetherness, more of a let's do this different. Let's rebuild. Let's create. Let's love. Let's accept. Let's come together. For we are the ones we have been waiting for from the stars. It is within our blood. We are the ambassadors. We are the star family. We are the ones who come from the stars. This is one of the many memories being awakened. For the disclosure is within us. The hybrids are the ones made to forget that we were put here in the hardest and darkest of situations, the most challenging of society, so we could see it for what it was and work our way from the inside out to see we have to change this. This does not work. We're too sensitive for this. This is not sustainable for humanity, for the earth, for the trees, for the world, for the animals, for any of it, for all that is. We are the ones to change it, awaken it, herald it, be the bridge, the ambassadors, the ones who help lead the way forward. So many of us. We are the ones from the stars. We are the disclosure. We are the ones who contain the blood of all of the ancestors. Nya ni si ai. Nor iha surk iha andorkia. Alarusorin narinki. En iar I ahisiruntu nai I artai ikai. No nane. Yana hey nai. Hey anaya, hey anaya, 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 Sutayalania. Hayanaya. 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 Hayanaya.